Welcome back to Bazaar Corporate Radar. Let's shift focus now, and joining us is Balrampur Chini Mills MD, Mr. Vivek Saraogi. Remember, the company has signed an MOU with the UP government to establish its first polylactic acid plant with an investment of almost 2,850 crores. Mr. Saraogi, hi, many congratulations. And what really led to a sugar and ethanol company going in for bioplastics to begin with?
Maharashtra being the largest contributor to GDP, and Maharashtra and Gujarat house the maximum MSMEs, our pitch to the Honorable CM was to declare a policy for adoption of bioplastic for the MSMEs. We know his passion for, plastic and the problems caused by plastic. So he also reiterated his thinking, and that was the idea. And to get all the stakeholders in a single room.
Mr. Saraogi, so to begin with, what is the overall capacity for this? The investment numbers, of course, have come out in the press release, but what is the thought behind, and what are the numbers looking like right now?
So as informed earlier, it's 80,000 ton capacity in UP with a capital outlay of 2,850 crores to be commissioned in October-November 26.
Mr. Saraogi, we do understand that when it comes to climate change and renewables and bioenergy, bioplastics even, there is a lot of support and incentives from the government. At currently, the kind of government regulations and incentives that we see, how are you making use of that?
We are seeing a lot of interest both from the central government and state governments. And we're interacting with Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Chemicals, who's our nodal ministry, so as to Department of Biotechnology, that's DBT, under whose stewardship this Bio E3 policy was declared. And I think we are making good progress.
As is with everything, what are the challenges that you foresee onto this one, and how are you dealing with that?
Basically, it's to get the two sides to it. It's to manufacture the 100% capacity of the right quality. We do definitely feel confident. We have the best technology partner, Sulzer. And the other side is to sell it at the correct price. We are working on that, and we're making very good progress. And I'm very hopeful there also. We're hopeful on both the sides. Two separate teams are working on each direction. So it's to manufacture at the correct cost and be able to sell at the reasonably correct price, therefore giving us our margin, to enable us to, if successfully done both, and why if I.
Mr. Saraogi, also enlighten us on the overall market that is there to bioplastics, and what is the entry, or what is the market share that you're focusing on here?
We would definitely look to enhance our capacity. And the market is huge. It's in millions of tons. It's 4 million tons. And we're talking 80,000 tons. So that's the market. The single-use plastic market, and again, is huge. Avantika will give you the details. So everybody says we want an alternate product before we're able to enforce the legislation. So that's how we feel. Once we engage with them and show them the production, it will be quicker. But I'm confident. The interactions with the buyers, converters, policymakers, all are giving a very positive vibe.
All right. I will talk to Avantika about this in detail. But since we have you with us, I also want to talk about sugar and ethanol. And ethanol price revision is long awaited. Last couple of years now, I do understand that sugar as an industry has been making a lot of presentations on this. Where do we stand on that right now?
This problem has cropped up in the last 2 years. The first was the election year, which I think as an industry and responsible industry, there was fear in the mind of government. And therefore, that 1 year was well accepted in our minds. What happened last year was not par for the course. Now we are engaging very deeply with the government. They also, I think, have understood that if they are to sustain this, they would have to match FRP and ethanol pricing. I think it should get back on even keel. However, the timing for that would be September, October. That's when that price is usually declared. So I think I'm very positive. But, last 2 years, 1 year, I've explained, the last year was a bit of a shock. It is digression from a well laid out well-run policy over the last 5 years.
Oh, well, that point is well taken. Mr. Saraogi, what about the sugar exports? And last year they were banned, and this year we saw them start a bit hesitant onto that one. But what are the exact numbers now of the sugar export done from the country? And also minimum selling price of sugar is yet another thing that has been on cards, desired by the industry. What are the conversations, the latest updates on that?
8 lakh tons have gone out against a export quota of 10 lakh tons. I think, 8 lakhs would go out contracted. I think 6 plus has gone out. And your second question was on MSP. So again, this is going to be part of the same same policy paper. They would do it together. But yes, MSP is lying on their desk for a lot longer time. So we are pushing on both the sides.
Mr. Saraogi, a final question then. And while this year for sugar and ethanol has been slightly jittery, we also do understand that ethanol more is about grain and less about sugar right now. But how is the next year's season looking to you? The monsoons have been good. The sowing numbers seem quite strong as well. So any numbers that you can share from next season?
Yes, that definitely would, in my mind, encourage the policymakers to answer this question of ethanol pricing. So I would also feel that, 5 million tons of diversion to ethanol would close the case. I don't think we'll be then staring at a surplus. We have capacity, and we will next year have enough cane to be able to do that 4.5, 5, which should be the maximum available surplus. So if we look at pre-ethanol diversion, I think 330, 335 would be or 33, 33.5 million. If you divert 4.5, you won't be left with any surplus. So that would not then trouble the sugar pricing regime. Having said that, ethanol price must be done to encourage that diversion.
Maybe take that point. Mr. Saraogi, thank you so much for joining us here at CNBC-TV18 today. Many congratulations again for that new leadership role that you're playing when it comes to bioplastics and, of course, talking to us about sugar, ethanol and the way going forward. Well, with that, it's a wrap on Bazaar, but Chartbusters comes up next.